What's going on, everyone? It's your man John Resurrection, and we are selling cars like candy bars. Welcome back to another confession. I believe this is confession number 15. I believe so. I could be wrong. I'm losing track because I'm doing so many videos recently that I'm losing my mind. But nevertheless, we're back again here for confessions, and today we are doing what we did last week, where it was you ask it and I give you my 2 cents. And today I actually had a variety and a great outcome of people actually pouring out DMs, texts, and then also some phone calls about some questions that they might have. And I've already given some of them answers, but I wanted to share it with you, and hopefully it can translate into your dealerships and or your businesses as well. But before we do that, let's get back to what my week looked like here on the road. Let's go. Testimonials. It's always going to be the most effective because it's not you that's telling people how great you are. It's everyone else telling you how great you are, your company is, your business is, your dealership is. So make sure that you're out there getting testimonials like MXS Solution is, going out to all the dealers and our partners that are out there that appreciate our service and all the hard work that we're doing. But let's get back to you ask it and I give you my 2 cents. So, question number 1 comes from a gal named Jessica. Jessica has been in the automotive game for a better part of 15 years. She's been in sales, she's in finance, she's been killing the game, but now she wants a change of pace. So her question out to me was, how do you make the transition from dealer to vendor? Now, I can only give you my experience, for I have done that. I've gotten to the peak of the dealership level and decided that my family was more important, so I wanted to get to the vendor side and making sure that I have a lot more time with my family. So my piece of advice to you, Jessica, is this. Find out exactly where you shine, what skills that you have that you can offer any company what you are looking for. It seems like you want more of an account management type of role, but the biggest thing is making sure that you utilize every single relationship that you have, reaching out to them, letting them know that you're interested in doing something as far as getting out of the dealership side into the vendor side. Because honestly, when it comes down to it, I was blessed enough to build a ton of different relationships while I was in the dealer, and that was me doing from dealer trades, talking to banks, talking to vendors out there, and constantly letting them know who I am, my story, and maybe down the road I might be a good fit for them. I've done a lot of stuff as far as creating content, shooting videos. So that was my exit and my skill to get out. Not only that, my management skills as far as helping and building a team through ground level and up allowed me to be able to reach out to these people. But the biggest advice is find out what type of company, see if they're a good fit, test them all. Literally, you literally have to go and basically find out if they are a great fit for you. Don't just try to get out of the business. Still get into to a company that understands your beliefs, your ethics, what you stand for. Because ultimately, if you don't have the same beliefs and the same mindset as the company you're going to, you'll never work out. I feel that I've been blessed to join a group like MXS Solutions because of those things, as far as my mindset, my ethics, my passion for the auto industry, my passion for telling stories, my passion of helping others grow and win. So that's my biggest advice to you, Jessica. Hopefully that helps you out. And if not, feel free, again, DM me, call me. I'm here to help you out. This next one comes from a city that's always going to be dear to my heart, especially when it comes to the automotive world, because I spent most of my time selling cars like candy bars out in San Diego, California. This question comes from a good buddy of mine who I've actually sold side by side with in the internet department, and he's finally now the marketing and internet director for a Ford dealership out there who's completely crushing it right now. But he reached out to me. He asked me what type of equipment I'm using to create content. And not only that, should his dealership invest in having a marketing and creative team in-house at a dealership? First things first, what type of equipment do I have? I have a Joby tripod, which I like a lot better than your traditional tripod, only because if you're trying to get different angles, you're able to hook it up on different surfaces and be able to move the camera a certain way to get a different type of shot, especially when you're looking at shooting a car. As far as camera, I have an EOS Rebel, which my wife got like years ago. So when I always tell people, like, even if you have an older camera, just use it. You can do a ton of great things with it, because it's always going to come down to editing and how you put it together and how you piece it together. As far as my mic, I have a Rode mic, which has the big fuzzy thing that looks like a rat tail, but that's on the top of my camera as well. And then I'm shooting with a wider lens so I can get that quote-unquote professional feel. So that's equipment. Hopefully that helps you out as far as what things to probably most likely invest in when you're looking to create your content. As far as the creating or investing in a creative marketing team in-house, I would, if you have the capability and you guys have the budget to do it, I would 100% say absolutely you should have someone at your dealership at least Monday through Friday that is creating content for your dealership nonstop. The name of the game in social really is being able to post daily. I know it gets a little bit busy, but especially as a sales guy or a management level, so you always hire these guys outside to shoot your stuff. But if that person that's shooting your content has never been in the car business, how would he really know and put out the message that you are really trying to convey to your consumer? So in-house people that understand the car business is a great way to do it, making sure that they know the message, making sure that they're constantly shooting content for you, and then editing it in a way where it's telling more stories than it is trying to sell someone. This third question was actually a pretty generic question, but the only reason why I picked this question out of the other questions that were asked is that how relevant it is today. I just did a testimonial with a client of ours that actually is doing paid social, and their dealership is finding a ton of success as far as paid social is concerned. You know, the biggest thing with paid social is everyone thinks that you just put these quote-unquote advertisements and throw it up there and then let it come in and generate leads for you. Anyone can generate leads, but is the message that you are sending out the right message? You know, the key is, again, when you're looking at organic social and paid social, is the strategy behind it and making sure that it's not so much going after sale, but talking more about the brand, talking about the experience that they're having, talk about the kudos that you are doing for the community, and you're going out there and showing the world that you guys are not just another business trying to make a buck, that you're actually impacting the community that you are at. Those speak way more volume. Not only that, when leads actually come in, those people feel more comfortable in conversing with you. Again, the leads can come in, but once the lead comes in, are you actually engaging with them? Are you communicating with them? Are you actually bringing them from the mid part of the funnel down to the lower part of the funnel and being able to make all the money when they actually come in because they trust you so much? So paid social, absolutely, but you have to make sure that the strategy and the message behind it is right. Otherwise, it's gonna be like any other lead source or any other thing that you pay for to try to generate leads. It's just gonna sit there and no one's gonna do anything, and it's not gonna keep helping you keep selling cars like candy bars. Now, this last question actually comes from the the North. And the North is obviously Canada. And if you know anything about Canada, they are actually doing a lot of great things out there in Canada. And this one actually comes from Ottawa, Canada. It's a CDJR store. This kid actually just graduated high school and now is into the car business. And his question for me is, what is the remedy for a great social media as far as Instagram is concerned, and how to really connect with the people? Now, this is a little bit different because it's all preference when it comes down to it. Some people actually like to do two things. One, they like to keep their personal lives personal, and they like the business in the business. I personally have always done my stuff in my personal one. If you follow me on Instagram, it's Selling Cars Like Candy Bars. And although it says Selling Cars Like Candy Bars, you see my whole life on there. From my kids growing up, as far as the things that we do as a family, as far as traveling. You can see all the creative stuff that I've done as far as vlogging. I do a lot of different things as far as the car business as well. I put all those things as my resume. And the only reason why I personally do it, and I understand people that keep it separate, but the reason why I do it is because I like to relate to everybody. It's not just about the cars, it's about the activities that I do, because the next person that's looking for a car might fall onto my page because he knows that I love fishing. He knows that I love fast cars and American muscle. They know that I love to travel. So these people that are actually going onto my page sees a variety of things that I have. And then I sprinkle a lot of the things that I do in the automotive world. But to answer your question as far as what things you should really be putting on there, other than what my personal thing is making sure that whatever message you're doing is you're telling, you're sharing with the world how to buy cars. I found when I left the Ford dealership and I went to a Kia dealership, I found more deals out of social media and people DMing me because of the fact that I was the guy that they knew would help them buy a vehicle. I showed them everything from, I told them how to look at invoices. I showed them what a Costco pricing was or a Smart and Final price was. I showed them how to look like at an invoice. I showed them what incentives mean. I told them what's the difference between a 0% and taking all the rebate and which one benefits you better. I told them everything about the auto industry that the auto industry didn't want the consumer to know because they were afraid that they were going to lose gross. The lesson to this story is that it's just like here. All these people that are on social media right now, especially in LinkedIn, that are giving you all this different advice and all the quote unquote hacks or the pathway to success. Everyone's giving you all this information, but what are you doing with it? And what I found with consumers is that even though I was giving them everything and showing them how to buy a vehicle, what ended up happening is that because they knew I had nothing to hide, they came and saw me anyways, and they allowed me to make money because of all the things that I helped them become comfortable with me before even stepping inside the dealership. So, my brother from the North in Ottawa at the CDJR store, I hope that helps you out. I hope you don't fall into the old school tactics of just sales, or come in, and learn to be genuine with the audience that you are looking to capture. Hope that helps you out, brother. So there you have it, folks. 4 questions, 4 answers, just my 2 cents. Hopefully it helps you guys. And if you still can't find the solution, let MXS Solutions figure it out for you. But like always, keep selling cars like candy bars. Late.